in your understanding of the divine. When we talk about the revelation of Jesus Christ, we are dealing with the revelation of that septenary body. In the Bible, we find the septenary body begins to be revealed and called the candlesticks. Why is it called the candlestick? Because this body holds the light. This body is the steward, the custodian of the light, which is Christ. So the septenary body then comes into the revelation of what they are. Because the septenary body and Christ are the same. Are one, are the same. So when we talk about this revelation of Jesus Christ, we are talking about a kind of coming into the consciousness of a certain body, which is dealing with a certain consciousness that can handle, receive the revelation of Christ. So in his light, we see light, because once we come into the contemplation of Christ, there is that preparatory understanding from the septenary body that bring us to be filled with the pleroma of God. This understanding of the revelation of Christ then will bring man to become a certain body of light, a merkavot, that can penetrate darkness and reveal God. The Bible says that unto the principalities and authorities in heavenly places, in inner extraterrestrial cosmic dimension, inner space, interstellar dimensions, will be known by the church. Would be what? Known. Would be what? Known. Why? Because the church will speak it. What is the weapon? The speaking of the word. So the church, in the understanding of the septenary body, will be caught up into inner regions of light and preach the word, the mystery, by displaying the glory. The manifold faces of Christ. The word chokmah deals with that, which God is, which is dealing with the glory of his faces. It's not possible to have this consciousness and be thinking about demons. Demons? Oh my God. When Moses had come into the revelation, which had opened him up into the recognition, acceptance, and becoming of this septenary body. In the Bible, this body was symbolized in allegorized as this Michaelic body. So then we understand that Moses wrestled with Satan in coming into the contemplation of the divine body, which is the Michaelic body. A word that was engraved on this body then was spoken, and then Satan had no power but to veer off. Why? Because he does not hold any resisting force against the septenary body. So the revelation of Christ is an unveiling of the seals of the septenary body, so that we come into the experience, we come into the becoming of God. The septenary body is a kind of a merkavot that handle the presence of God, the kavod of God. It is impossible. It is impossible. The raising of the ecclesia in itself is enough, which is part of the seals of revelation, or the seals of mystery of this consciousness, of this body. So when we talk about the revelation of Jesus Christ, I know some of you are thinking it has to deal with this. Oh, I love you, Jesus. You know, oh, Jesus, I love you. Then you see the image of Christ, and then you are happy that you saw a face. But you can't outwork the mystery of the revelation of that face. You're supposed to transcend time and space. You're supposed to come into a certain recognition of God that Satan cannot handle. The Bible said, when we talk about spiritual warfare. You know, when we're kids and we are in class and you're teaching a topic and it's so hard to understand and our brains are confounded, this is spiritual warfare. The ability to confound the conceptualization of spirit. And so they become confused, they veer off. They go away because it can drive them crazy. When we talk about a speaking spirit in the Bible, when you read from the Aramaic, it says that when God had formed man, man became a speaking spirit. That means he became a walking revelation of the septenary body. When you get close to him, there were swords coming out of him because he lived in the contemplation of the septenary body. Why? Because he was contemplating the revelation of Jesus Christ. Oh my God. So when we talk about spiritual warfare, the mind being in the revelation of Jesus Christ, it's enough. It's enough. It's not this feeling you love God, this feeling that you have, I love Jesus. And you know, the presence of God walked into the room. Oh, that's not what we are dealing with. That's not what we are dealing with. We are dealing with a kind of evolution, a spiritual evolution of your consciousness to become a type of being. Peter, of his own will, he brought out forth by the word of truth that we should be a kind of first fruit of his creatures, of his creation. We are a kind of first fruit of his creation. We have entered a pristine level of existence beyond all things. You know, in classification, we have what we call the primates. These are beings the morphology of their brain structure has evolved, such that they can speak. It's the same thing with spiritual warfare. It's the same thing with the revelation of Christ. We have evolved to have a kind of morphology of spirit that can speak the mysteries of God. That can speak the mysteries of God. Therefore, the world does not know us because it can speak such words. These words are confounding mysteries. There is a certain form of what we call the sonic warfare, where people use sound because sound becomes overwhelming and destroys the brain, the eardrums, such that it can hear, which means he's thrown out of the dimension of sound. So it's the same thing with the dethroning of thrones and spirit from certain strongholds. We enter into deep contemplation of light, so much so that darkness cannot handle. I remember some time ago, my dad passed away, and then we had this funeral. And my senior brother came to lie beside me. Actually, I don't like sleeping with people. I don't like people sleeping around me. No matter what you do, I will never allow you to sleep close to me. I never sleep close to people. And for many years, I think only 2 people have slept around me. And all of them, something happened to them. So he came to sleep beside me. Okay? He came to sleep beside me. So one of these days, I was just talking with him. And then what happened was that he was like, hey, Kak, when you sleep, you vibrate. Your whole body is vibrating. I was like, so what do you think is going on? And then he is quite, a deep student of esoteric science, so he can kind of conceptualize stuff. So I was asking him, what do you think is going on there? And then he begins to say all sorts of stuff. But What do you guys think is going on with me? Oh my God. Spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare. The mind has entered a sonic vibration of the revelation, so much that the body reverberates the mystery. That is spiritual warfare. The ability to stay the mind as a speaking spirit of light. So when we talk about the revelation of Jesus Christ, this is a concept that I'm bringing to the ecclesia that they should understand, because it will help them. It would help them address so much evil. I don't pray against demons. I don't have time to do that. All I need to do is to understand the mystery. I keep talking about this. Most of the time I tell people stuff and they argue with me, they go, and then they come back. Because most people don't actually understand what they are doing. And if not given time to understand the basics of what we are doing, and that created quite a problem for them to understand things the right way. For me, I'm always relaxed. You go, you have your fun, all the while I'm growing. Don't think by the time you come back, I'm just like I was before. No, I'm growing because I am contemplating the revelation of Jesus Christ. So this is where we come to the end of Mystical Masterclass. And if you have been blessed by this teaching, guys, you have to partner with us because we're trying to do so much, but all alone, there's little that we can do. We're also trying to build our website, and please check the link if you want to join the family. We are beginning to do a virtual church, and we are trying to create a family. Family have rules, okay? So if you go to the site, we have what we are looking for to be a member of the church. Just go through it. If you can, you join. If you can too, please, you can follow our content for free on YouTube and you will enjoy yourself. Thank you for watching. Please check the link and support, partner with us. In any way God touches your heart, partner with us because we need to be very quick with what we are doing. So much delay. So we need your help. We need your support to do this work. Come to think of it, you are helping people to come to this gravity of understanding of the gospel. Okay? So please join this chariot. Help us with world evangelism. When the time is right, we are going to enter into the wonders of the ages to come. And I have a document, I'm following a script. I'm not just doing anything for anything's sake. Before the power and the miracles, I have to establish you in the mysteries because, boy, I'm going to do crazy stuff. There are kinds of miracles that you guys, your mind have no idea. You have no idea. Crazy stuff. Things that blow your mind. But we need to establish the foundations. Okay? So join us and have fun. God richly bless you.
Relax your body, rest your shoulders, release all tension. Visualize the Christ body of light. You are a septenary body. Now contemplate contemplate, 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 contemplate. You are acceptable, 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 acceptable. Acceptable.